And on this episode of Stay Off of Twitter, we have this from IGN. The Boys showrunner on fans who see Homelander as the hero, I just throw up my hands. Now, this story came out about a week ago. Anthony Starr, the actor that plays Homelander on the TV show The Boys, he was scrolling through Twitter, and I imagine after an hour of just swiping up, and then eventually saw a comment that someone was praising Homelander. And he said, "Oh dear heavens, Homelander is the bad guy. How can someone possibly praise him?" Okay. And then he went on this rant on Twitter just saying, "Oh, you're not really paying attention to the story if you like Homelander." Anthony, shut up. It's a fictional character. Remember a couple of years ago? Oh man, when did this happen? I think it was around the time of The Last Jedi or the Rise of Skywalker, somewhere in between of that. There was someone online that was saying, if you dress your kid up as a stormtrooper for Halloween, you're as bad as the Nazis. Like, bro, it's fictional. I could look at General Grievous and say, wow, this guy is awesome, and not want to go out there and do terrible things. It's really, really easy to separate fiction from real life. However, yes, I understand the internet might have a few people that are actually, maybe slightly, might be a little bit crazy. However, that's not the entire internet. That's the problem. A lot of these people today, they just react to one or two comments and then run with it. I remember recently when Bianca Belair was on the cover of the new 2K wrestling game, they said, "Oh, racist backlash with Bianca Belair being on the cover." It's like, racist backlash? How far did you have to scroll through the comment section to find one thing about race? She's a top tier wrestler. Everyone loves her. So 100 comments are there praising her, and the one comment that has the word black in it, you're throwing up your hands, freaking out about it, and running to the media. And that's probably the same thing that happened with Anthony Starr. He saw one comment and said, "Hey, I could make this all about me," and took it to online. Now the showrunner, Eric Kripke, has now voiced his opinion on it. He says, "Anyone who wants to call the show woke or whatever, that's okay." First of all, I don't really see the word woke being attached to The Boys at all. Woke is, as I've said many, many, many times before, is using diversity and inclusion to push a product and shield itself from criticism. The Boys doesn't do that. The Boys makes fun of woke many, many times. So again, this guy's just trying to invent a story to make his show relevant, and after season 3, I can see why. He goes on to say, "Go watch something else." Why would you say it to people? Go watch something else. In the history of TV shows and movies, has a line like that ever worked out? No, it hasn't. But I'm certainly not going to pull any punches or apologize for what we're doing. Just out of pure, if you can find me some wokeness in The Boys, please let me know. He goes on to say, "Some people who watch it think Homelander is the hero. What do you say to that?" He added, "The show's many things, subtle isn't one of them. So, if that's the message you're getting from it, I just throw up my hands. Bro, chill the F out. You're not that important." No one is putting a picture of Homelander on their wall, waking up and saying, "Yes, my king, I will do whatever you say." That's not happening. And then, of course, he gives us this beautiful gem of a quote right here. Trump was the "he's not going to get the nomination, is he" guy. When he got elected, we had a metaphor that said more about the current world, Kripke said. Suddenly, we were telling a story about the intersection of celebrity and authoritarianism, and how social media and entertainment are used to sell fascism. And once we realized it, I just felt an obligation to run in that direction as far as we could. But man, after reading these quotes, bro, no one is taking your show that seriously. No one is idolizing Homelander to the point where they're waking up every day with a "what would Homelander do" pair of underwear and bracelet and say, "Okay, I'm going to do whatever Homelander does." That's not happening. That's not happening at all. And also, let's pretend we live in some crazy world where that's actually happening. Well, you're talking about your obligation as a showrunner. Wouldn't you just stop writing the show then? If you realistically think that the product that you are making is influencing all these people, enough people, that you're running to these news places as fast as you can to tell this story out there and quickly give these quotes, if you realistically believe that you are harming the future of the universe, Why would you keep making the show then? Why would you take is this blood money? This is blood money right here. And I realistically wonder how this man sleeps at night, most likely on a couch because his wife and her boyfriend are probably in the master bedroom. But anywho, what do you guys think about that one?